This is a complete Demi Method tutorial. Here's some basic steps. I'm first going to add color and depth and some dimension. I like to call this toning, and NO-1, just in a lot of little light areas. Was more of an orange, and I went into very light areas in our sculpt and areas where I have a little more veinage, and it really helps warm up those green veins. I'm going to use this green color, this NG, go in areas between pigmentation, freckles, and use it to my advantage to build sculpt and dimension. And why? And areas that are very light pink. But careful not to go over top anything with significant color. I'm going to use that NY for all the light areas underneath my eyes. I'm going to add a little bit of warmth using this 05 just in the fatty part of my jowl, right in here. Use the same concept for my eyes, all the light areas. I'm going to add a little bit of depth. I'm going to use this NB+1 and a small little brush. And I'm only going to target light areas, and it's going to be different for each eye. Also down underneath to give some added dimension. For anything that already still has a little bit of brightness to it, and adding a little bit of depth to it. Using that same color. I'm going to do the other eye, but remember, both eyes will not be the same. Don't forget to add a little bit of color between the eyes, because especially if you're older and past 50, this can tend to get wider and wider. So kind of taking away that brightness helps it be more narrow. Now I'm going to add a little bit of flush to my cheeks. You might skip this part if you already have naturally flushed cheeks. I do not, so I'm going to add a little bit of warmth to them using a very vibrant pink or a violet, something like that. Don't want the color of my cheeks to distract from my eyes and my lips. I just want to enhance a little bit of healthy glow. I'm going to use something like a pretty pink. This is a red 5, and I'm only going to put it in little small areas where I would naturally flush. Always find nice, take a little bit and apply it just above here like a natural flush, and take a little down onto my neck in this little area. Kind of brings it all together. I'm going to use a very small brush, and I'm going to focus on dark points in distraction areas. I can start with this, or I can start with my under eyes. I'm actually just going to start with this because there's very few underneath my eyes. Now I've taken care of the light areas. Using a little bit of 03 in the very dull areas, and I just want to focus on the darkest point. Now I'm going to use the Y01 for anything that has that pink. A little of these veins. Again, I do not want to get rid of all color, just the most distracting color. So if it's very red, I'm just taking out the very red point. Now I want to do a few dark points underneath my eyes. Sometimes you may not need to do that, but I'm just going to take out a couple of little places right here where sun damage occurs and comes down and the skin gathers right here. This is a common spot that will accentuate a bag or a dark circle. And you can see just taking that away. I want to take out all the depth on the inner corner, just where it comes down too far. Take out the depth of color with that vein. Okay, with this vein right here, since it's raised, I'll only target underneath the vein, creating a shadow and a couple of dark points. I'll brush and a little medium color and go on the top part where it sticks out the feathers and feathers. And add a little bit of depth and color on the top. That gives the illusion that it's gone. I'm going to add a little bit of interest and dimension to my lips, because you really want your eyes and your lips to stand out away from your skin tone. And a little bit of envy just underneath there. In here, in R, some warmth at the top center. And I want to add some color in areas where it's a little lighter, so my lips look more natural, more like my color, but a little more even. RV7, or I can use a pink. And I'm just going to go in areas of missing color. Taking a little bit of this pineapple. Now I'm completely finished. It will not settle in my lines. I do not need to set it. There's very little product on my skin. Will not see it on the skin. There's no evidence of product. Lasts me all day or as long as I really want to wear it. And it's using nothing but color. Go to yes.outthemmatchme.com and I can set you up a plan that's custom to you.